welcome back. I swear I see this video all the time. Every week, every month, there's another video that just says, hip hop is dead. Hip hop is dying. It's the end of hip hop. We're all gonna die. And it's just a bit of an exaggeration, you know? I've watched a lot of them. Obviously, that's what inspired me to make this video here. I hear them out and I feel for them, honestly, because surely it's a sad feeling that your favorite genre is just dying like that. But I just don't think dying is the right word. I feel like it's just evolving, and I feel like it's always been evolving. Every time an artist reaches mainstream status, it influences, like a web effect, everybody else that listens to it. And as hip hop has reached the masses as a genre as a whole, more people relate to it, more people consider it, talk about it, and regularly listen. So when mainstream music goes through these waves from pop and punk and rock and rap, they all start to blend together because you have people like X that, I think he cites that he listened to Slipknot among many rappers, and of course the wave of people inspired by Lil Wayne. There's even plenty of Eminem influence. The way music has just kind of blended together as a whole. An artist can make an album that has a song from like every genre on it, and it would probably do very well. Of course, it'd have to be the right person with the right skills and ability, but it could be done. Hip hop specifically has breached every genre. There's country rap. You almost can't listen to a pop song without a rap verse popping up in it. Okay, that's not true, but there's plenty of it for sure. I just feel like it's quite the opposite. It's not dying. It has been evolving since forever, and it will continue to evolve. And I think music is just going to reach this point where you can do whatever you want, which you should already be able to do that. But with the reach that we have of today, it's so easy for people to be more experimental and people to connect with it. That's why somebody like xxxtentacion became so popular. The Question Mark album is just so diverse and has so much to it. It's so different across the entire board. And that album was massive. So I just want everybody to know that hip hop's not dead. It's stronger than ever and more creative than ever. Even this year, Travis Scott's Utopia was just a wild masterpiece. A lot of different elements went into that project. We have Morgan Wallen on Lil Durk's albums. There's jpegmafia that's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You can pretty much rap, sing, speak, and produce whatever you want in a rap song, and it might do well. And I really don't see that as a bad thing. I think that's good. I think we should have an ability to express ourselves in new ways. You can only go so far. That's where things start to seem repetitive and reused. Not to say that we should just take, any piece of garbage that someone just threw together and called art and appreciate it. There should definitely be thought and concept behind it, for sure. I just don't think the genre is as dead as people think it is. Like, there's some young hip-hop heads out there. Even myself, I'm only 24 years old, which I guess to some of you might be considered old, but to a lot it's also young. No, I'm not 50, but I also just don't want people to say that hip-hop's dying. I want there to be a sense of hope for the people coming in. I want them to, lean further into hip-hop and what it is and think it through more, not just be like, okay, well, how can I go viral? Shocking isn't always good. Like Tizo Touchdown, for example. To be honest, I wasn't overly fond of his overall project, and I haven't actually released my review for that yet, but it will come. But there's a lot to appreciate behind it. He is certainly an artist. He certainly has a drive and a concept in mind, but he's taking the genre to new lengths, incorporating almost metal aspects to the genre, or at least rock, soft rock. I don't know, it's definitely different, but he does pull it off somewhat well, and it's definitely things like that give me hope moving forward for the genre. And even the people that are underground, there's a lot of great people that have less than 100,000 monthly listeners or less than 1 million monthly listeners. Just because it's not popular doesn't mean it's not there and you can't listen to it. If you're just considering the numbers of how hip-hop is losing popularity as a genre, I just don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It could help take it back to its roots. It was not the popular genre. It was based on rebellion and speaking your mind. So I think, taking it back to that a little bit more wouldn't even be a bad thing. Let's get off the viral trends. Let's have some music with some substance. I don't know, guys. That's just how I feel. Let me know in the comments if you guys think hip-hop is dying and why. Let me know your favorite hip-hop album this year, too. I'm curious to know. Don't forget to like and subscribe.